News tonight on the transfer front.
A world record transfer deal, 198 million.
Real Madrid have signed Jude
Florian
Bellingham.
Wirtz at 137.5 million euros.
This is some of the most expensive transfers year by year that football clubs spend on players. Neymar, 222 million. Jude Bellingham, 115 million. Núñez, 85 million. Enzo Fernández, 106 million. This money being spent on football players is inflating average players into elite player price tags. Personally, as a football fan, when the price is so high, we expect this.
Messi hits one. Oh, what a goal! That is sensational.
Moves inside Ronaldo.
Messi, encara 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 Messi, gol, 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 gol.
Here he comes. Oh my word! Can you believe the genius of this man?
How did we get to the point of players costing so much that even if your club spends 86 million euros on a player in 2026, you could see them flop and then leave the next season? But back in 2009, your club would spend 94 million euros for, without a doubt, the best player in the world at that time. And you would only see them leave as a club legend. Okay, here are two players and a very small example of this. Player 1. In 2022, your club buying a player for 86 million euros and not even ranked in the top 100 in the world. Now, player 2. In 2009, your club buying a player for 94 million euros and before joining the club won the Ballon d'Or the year before. Your club without a doubt would pay that extra 8 million for the best player in the world. Player 1 being, of course, Antony, and player 2 being Ronaldo. But the main reason of this example and this video is why a good player is so overpriced in 2026. How did we actually get to this point in football? So first, I call this segment the absolutely ridiculous demand for any player around the world. Since the tracking from transfers from 2011 and with it all being internationally all around the world. And first, when we look back in 2011, we had 11,890 transfers that same year, which the data is based around every league around the world. And it seems pretty reasonable, right? Well, in 2019, this jumped to 18,070 transfers that year. And with an 8-year difference, it seems pretty fair enough that clubs would be more active on the market. Okay, but completely isolated in a league of its own is the 2021 transfer year, getting 54,739 transfers, with almost 36,660 transfers more than the 2019 transfer year, with only a 2-year gap. But then it happened again, and jumping to 71,002 transfers in 2022, almost more than 20,000 transfers the year previous. Now, at this point, it has to go down eventually, right? With the 2019 and 2021 years of COVID. But no, this was just the new standard and it kept going up. This is ridiculous. And a chart like this really displays just how ridiculous this is. But what does this ridiculous amount of transfers year by year actually mean? Your team is losing and you want to make the top 4. Sell your players that aren't performing and buy players that look promising. Your club has been taken over by new ownership and they want to buy new exciting talent. Oh, and sell the old ones. And your club is about to get relegated. Oh, quick, buy some new players. Okay, you get the point. A team will have a certain situation around the world and clubs feel forced to respond. How? By transfers. Because if your team isn't winning, they are losing. And so already out of the absolute basics of supply and demand, we can see that the market supply of any player is high. But what was the main cause of this insane transfer market jump? Well, during the time of course, COVID. From March to July of 2020, football would be shut down, with leagues suspended, transfer windows frozen, clubs stopped trading entirely. Literally everything was just closed or shut down or just nothing. And a lot of clubs either had expiring loans or player contracts ending during this time, and which led basically the next year to be a massive year of just free players on the market. And what does this all mean? Well, a massive number of transfers that should have happened in 2020 didn't. But also due to COVID, clubs completely stopped doing long-term contracts and actually changed to doing 1 to 2 year deals or more loans or even more exit clauses. And I thought this one sentence would sum it up perfectly. The transfer market exploded because COVID delayed an entire year of deals. And when football restarted, clubs never went back to doing the old way of business in football. So after realizing this, I did some digging into some more expensive transfers in football history to finally answer the question this video is all about: why good players are overpriced, why great players are a financial gamble, and why modern football is forcing clubs to bet everything on one player. Okay, here are the top 10 most expensive transfers year by year, going from 2011 to 2021. Okay, and in 2011 and 2012, we had no players over 50 million euros. And here are just some of these transfers in those years. With Sergio Aguero, 45 million euros, Cesc Fabregas, 29 million euros, Thiago Silva, 42 million euros, and even Luka Modric, 42 million euros. Now, as we head from 2013 to 2021, we did see a lot of transfers starting to break the 50 million euro mark. Players like Paul Pogba, Ousmane Dembele, Kylian Mbappe, and even still Neymar breaking the transfer record to date. After 2021, everything actually changed. In 2022, every top 10 transfer was over 50 million euros. Something football has never seen before, ever. It's never happened in the history of football. And it didn't stop. 2023, 2024. Okay, there were 2 transfers and they were actually still over 40 million. And again, in 2025. It doesn't get any better from here, because I actually wanted to find out whether these transfers were successful or just a flop. So here are 3 categories: being successful for your club, mixed, where you can debate whether they did good or bad, and a complete flop. So from 2022 to 2025, there were only 2 transfers that were successful. Yes, that's right. 2 transfers, with it being Erling Haaland and Jude Bellingham. And really, that's just not great at all. And I also double checked to see if this was just a one-off thing, but it just made it even worse, because in 2022, they had 3 successful transfers. Or what about 2018? We saw 5, because this has just never happened in football ever until COVID. So finally, why are good players overpriced? Good players are overpriced because COVID froze transfers. Clubs panicked, and now even average players just cost a lot of money. And I just wanted to leave you with this: if your club spent over 50 million euros, or just a really large price tag, right? The chances of your player being successful for your club is a 6.67%, which, keep in mind, is only based on the last 4 years. And if you've watched until literally the dire end of this video, thank you so much. I put so much time into this video. And also, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I guess I'll see you in the next one.